Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another Ramble. Today we're going to be covering the new collection log game jam project that Jagex Husky has been working on. So pretty excited about this. I'm just going to be like kind of scrolling on his Twitter page. We're going to click on some Reddit links and stuff, and I just want to kind of see it because I've taken glances at it. And I just think it's really cool, but there are some like points of criticism that, of course, nobody asked, but I have my critiques that I want to just share with you all and just see if you guys agree. So drop a like on the video if you enjoy it. And also, let's just get right into this bad boy. So somebody did, one of my channel members was like, hey, you should try out the Ultra Fiesta Mango. So we're going to be trying this one out. There's got to be like 20% of you like, what the fuck are you doing, man? What is up with this? All right, in the mic. Woo! All right, let's give this a little sippy sip. I've had this so many times. I love this flavor, by the way. Oh, yeah. Literally just tastes like carbonated Peachios. That is so good, by the way. I mean, this is the best yet out of the ones we've reviewed. Like, this is like a straight up 9. Like, I would give it like a 9.2 out of 10. This thing's fucking goated. It's bussin'. That's what it is. It's bussin'. No, it's really, really good. And but I think the peachy one is really good. Also, there's been some commenters saying like, hey, man, you're going to kill yourself, like, drinking these things. Like, they're so bad for you. Listen, I don't have many vices nowadays, and this is like my one vice. This is 10 calories. Yes, there's a bunch of fucking chemicals. I have no idea what they are. But, like, come on. Can I drink a Monster a day to keep the doctors away or to keep the apples away? I eat apples too, guys. So, listen, I have a healthy diet. So, for those worrying about me, stop worrying about me, okay? All right, let's take a little look at this bad boy. Also, I got this guy. He's still chopping his magics. Just keep chopping away. All right, so I want to start with this. So basically, he made a game jam. I really hope all of these kind of stay in line with actually, let me just adjust this real quickly. Just drag it over here so the text isn't moving over. Okay. So yeah, basically day one game jam progress. Gonna post daily updates so I can continue to get feedback on what I'm working on. First 3 images are mine. 4th image is what I'm working towards. This would be an optional collection log summary you can choose to open. It won't affect the current flow. So here's the pictures. We got, actually, let me see if I can put this up. Ooh, there we go. The like little full screen action. I guess it doesn't matter in this. Yeah, it doesn't matter in this situation. So let me actually just get rid of that. I'm like trying out different scenes, guys. So bear with me. So basically we're seeing the bosses, the raids, the clues, the minigames, and the other. So this is like the day one stuff. Obviously, this is going to be a lot more filled out. But when they do get greened, this thing looks green as well, which is really sleek. Now, this is another cool thing. The latest items, the latest things you've unlocked. This is something the Collection Log website has. So if you guys haven't checked out Collection Log I'm not going to say what it is because I don't know what it is. It's probably like some fucking scam sites or something. But I'll have the collection log site linked down below after this video so I can get the actual address right. But they do something similar to this, like the latest items. And one of my concerns, though, so I want to go back over here. This is where the design credit, well, he's crediting the design to Rupert. So Rupert is the one. See, this is where I wanted to pull this up. Okay, so here's the full screen. This is Rupert's original sort of collection log improvements thing. I believe this was on, I want to say this was on Reddit as well, but I might have seen it on Twitter first. So this is obviously where this is his graphic. This is what he wants to see. So the proposed collection log overview would show progress in each item category, overall progress in the player's most recently obtained items. And as you see, you could right click the collection log down here and it would have like a list of them similar to what we see with the combat CAs or combat CAs. That makes no sense. The CAs, the combat achievements. Yeah. Revised right click menu from the collection log for the character summary menu. So this is my concern. I just want to bring this up because this is obviously like my biggest critique is just the simple bronze, iron, steel, mithril, adamant, rune, and dragon ranks. I understand that's pretty like thematic and it goes really well with leagues and stuff, and people are just really kind of have grown accustomed to the whole like dragon rank being the best. However, what they've proposed to do is, well, so Rupert says, and this is what Mod Husky is also considering doing, is tiers are set by percentage thresholds. As such, the number of items required for each tier would increase as future updates add more items. So, and this is a collection log item that would be equipable as a cosmetic item. That is like the best thing ever. This is what I've been saying on Rambles and Casts for so long. Like, just imagine a wieldable collection log that upgrades. Now, I propose that it upgrades every 100, and I'm even down to have it just upgrade every 200 or something like that, or even 250. I think 100 is a nice thing, although over the years, like we will already have 15 different variations. Actually, more than that. We'll have like, if it starts at 0, then we're actually going to have like 16 tiers of books already, which is kind of obnoxious, but ultimately, like, is it that big of a deal? I wouldn't be against just making it go up by 200, so it means more getting that 200 rank, or a 250 even. But basically, my problem is I don't like the percentage thresholds. I think they just kind of, they're annoying. Like, you're going to hit a certain threshold, and then a new update's going to come out, and then you're going to lose that threshold, and it's like you lost your book and you're reobtaining things. For some reason, in my head, I just don't like the feeling of having to reobtain something you've already done. So, like, if you were to get the Adamant book, and a new update comes out, and like, oh, now the Adamant's actually 1,060 to go get your next 14 items to reclaim that. Like, go reclaim it. Like, just, I don't know. Like, am I the only one that feels that way? That's kind of how CAs feel a little bit as well. Like, we keep getting new updates for CAs, and it's like you're just reobtaining something you've already done, which I know is the only real way to do that with combat achievements. That makes sense. But with something like a collection log, this is not like, these are not challenges. This is literally just a book of the things you've logged. So why not make it just consistent? Like, it doesn't even need to be bronze, iron, steel, mithril, and adamant. In fact, I want to pull up this other Reddit post. Now, this is not what I was wanting. This is like the staff idea, but this guy's going like bronze, steel, black, white, mithril, adamant, rune, dragon, onyx, ornate, dread. Like, I don't know where the fuck dread's coming from. Nile and twisted. So this is going absolutely crazy. I don't even think it needs to have any of these sort of bronze, steel, just, you know, whatever the heck, just going up the armor and then just some random other shit. What it really could be is just like, I don't know, a number on it. Like, I'm making it the most simple thing. It could still be this. It could, you know, it could just be like, I don't know. There's a lot of different things in game that have tiers, you know, like, so I'm not going to have that discussion right now because my mind is blank when it comes to that. But like, what I would really want is guaranteed thresholds that always remain the same. And one of the benefits of that, so if we did go up by 100 every time, I'm not set on that, although that seems pretty clean. I would be okay with even 250. I think 250 would be the biggest you'd ever want to go up, honestly. I think 100 is a lot more reasonable for the average player because most players don't even get above 1,000 ever. So having like nice upgrades over time feels good. The best part about non-percentages and the way where they're just locked in forever, 100, 200, 300, is that there is this sense of like you've just completed it, you're done, you did it, and every new collection logs that come out, any new update that ever comes out that has stuff in the collection log is just going to make it nicer and easier and have more options to get that next rank. And so and the other really cool thing is that whenever we do hit a new threshold, like as soon as we hit 1,600 total collection logs, like that's going to be sick because then there's going to be a brand new book that looks fucking pimped out. Everyone's going to be like, holy shit, who's going to get that next one? And then you're going to see players have this brand new book that nobody's ever seen. So every time it upgrades, you know, every 100 or something. That would be, again, assuming it's 100, which I do think is probably the most appropriate way to go about it. So again, I'm not going to let me actually, you know what, this is a great time to ask you guys down in the comments, what would you say, like if we were to go down the route of it just being 100, 200, 300, 400? Also, I'd love to hear an argument against that. I understand the whole thematics of going from bronze to dragon makes sense. I just feel like the percentages are just annoying. It's always going to be different. It's always going to be a little bit wonky, and like it's just some random number that changes every fucking week. Like that's just annoying, I feel like. But let me hear the arguments for that. And then also, what would you guys want the tiers to be, assuming in the next few years there's going to be like 2,000 collection logs? Like, what could even have as many like ranks as like 20? Like, you know, that would continue to go up. I feel like there's not many things that just feel like they go up that high. So maybe it should just be like Roman numerals. I feel like Roman numerals alone is enough. You know, just it doesn't even need to have any like name theme, but just a color, a cool color, and the Roman numeral that looks badass enough. But who knows? Just let me know what you guys have to say about that. What do you guys think about the whole staff thing anyway? I feel like just wielding a book is a lot cooler, especially if it, I don't know, has some teleports. This is one of my ideas, so I'm going to go back to this Twitter thing and just kind of scroll down. Because some people are, so like this person, Rinko, he says, please remove the bar from the final design. It feels really bad to have a completion bar for content that isn't intended to be completed. Yeah, it's so true. That is actually so true. Like this is, we have gotten to the point where, oh wait, we have 1,600 collection logs. How many do we have actually, Jesus Christ? Oh no, we have 1,520, never mind, 1,520. Oh yeah, there's like the total and then there's like the unique as well, I forget. So I do agree, like as soon as there is like this sort of bar that's like, come on, man, you look like you're slacking. Like, what are you doing? You haven't gotten all the collection logs yet? Like, what the fuck? I feel like this can be subconsciously kind of affecting the way players play. And ultimately, I don't know if it's like a healthy thing for the game. I mean, who knows? Maybe in Jagex is like, the Jagex has like their whole like analytics, and they're checking and they're like, hey, if we get this bar, we're gonna get like 20% extra play time. Like the people are gonna play a little bit longer, so maybe we should do it. You know, subconsciously our player base likes the whole bar like completed, even though, you know, this is fucking horribly unhealthy for people. But I don't know, like what do you guys think about the whole like items filled bar? I feel like there is some reasons why that, you know, shouldn't be a thing, but I don't know, as long as it looks good. But the problem is the way I want to see it, there wouldn't just be 7 ranks permanently forever that are always changing in items. Like, look, this is just me. I know I'm repeating myself, but like seriously, like the 1464, 1255, 1046, and they always change. Every single update that adds something new in the collection log, that's going to change. Like that is just, ugh. Like it's just gross. I feel like that's so bad. That's like my OCD. By the way, I need to talk. Speaking of OCD, in one of my last rambles, people are having a fit. Because I was having a fit, people were having a fit in the comments saying, bro, like calm the fuck down. I left the video because you kept yelling about like, who cares if there's an additional 1 in the new damage reallocation, basically. So you know how now if your max hit is like a 50, you can now hit you can't hit a 0. So again, this is all assuming you've passed the accuracy roll. You can still hit 0s if you miss, but if you pass the accuracy roll, now you hit 1 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 20 or all the way to 50. I'm bothered by that, and I left a reply on somebody's comment saying the reason I'm bothered by that is because not every number now is weighted equally. Like they don't have equal weighting. And I don't like that. It's like literally my OCD can't handle the fact that one of the numbers, and it wouldn't even have to be a 1. It could literally be any, if any number in that whole set of 1 to 50 had any non-equal weighting, it would bother me. Like even the fact if there was like a 37 that just has a slightly higher weighting, that you're going to see 37 just slightly more often, like that would bother me too. And hitting additional 1s at a, you know, double the, you're going to be seeing 1s twice as often. That bothers me. And so I understand they're doing it to minimize the overall DPS increase, but I seriously feel like for my own sanity and for like the rest, like the fact that if this gets implemented for the rest of all time and eternity in this game, 1s are going to be twice as common just pisses me off. Anyway, I have OCD, clearly. Like, that is just, like, proven at this point. But, yeah, I'm bothered by that. And I'm also just bothered. Like, my OCD is getting triggered by, like, the whole item. Just, like, the numbers always changing every single week. That's annoying. So just keep it at, like, 100. I feel like it's really nice. Anyway, yeah, let me know down in the comments if I had another freak out and you left the video because of that. All right, neat. So this is Duck Chris, who says, neat. How about adding a chat message for when you complete a section on the log? Like, Duck Chris has completed all items in the Barrows collection log. That'd be kind of cool. Wait, what did this guy say? Sani says, looks very good. Any thoughts on Seibay's idea of wearing a collection log offhand that would upgrade depending on log spots finished? Hell yes, it's on the list. Okay, that's really, really cool. So again, that's like the important thing, the wieldableness of it. Maybe that could even act as a Book of the Dead. Like, imagine that. That's your new Book of the Dead, the collection log thing. And this is what I was gonna say earlier, and I got distracted by it. Is, you know how like there's such thing as God pages from Clue Scrolls that are literally worthless nowadays? You guys know, like Zammy. Remember when you used to open an easy casket and pull a Zammy page? It was like 1.5 mil. You're like, oh my god. And 1.5 mil back then was worth like 5 mil. Like nowadays, like Jesus Christ. Oh my god, those literally were the days. By the way, just pulling double. I remember pulling a double Zammy page. I was just like nutting, literally. But nowadays we don't get that, you know, dopamine hit anymore because those pages are worthless. What if the collection log book, if it was wieldable, could hold these God pages, which are pretty much all worth the same at this point? And I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, it is a bad thing, but with this new system, it wouldn't be a bad thing if all pages were just equal in price because they have the same utility. So you shove these God pages into your collection log book and it adds, you know, 5 teleports or 10 teleports or something like that. So each God page has a certain amount of teleports. I would say more than one, obviously, like maybe like 10 is appropriate or something. And there's multiple ideas for this. It could have teleports anywhere, but I was thinking how cool would it be to have a teleport to the Varrock one idea is having a teleport to every library in the game. So Arceus library, Varrock library, I don't read much in Gielinor, so I don't really know what the other places are. Whatever the other libraries, guys. Is there a library in Varlamore? Who knows? Do they read there? Who reads? Type 1 if you read. But yeah, imagine there was a list of all the libraries in game. You could just teleport there with these God pages. So that is the extra perk of these collection log books. And as soon as you have the collection log book, you can just use it. So there's no real perk to doing that. I think that's also important. The collection log book should not have additional perks as you rank up. It should purely be a cosmetic thing. So as soon as you have the collection log book, maybe you only get it at 100 collection logs too. Maybe that would be appropriate too. So you only get it at 100. There is no 1 for 0. And then at that point, you just throw your God pages in there, and that's giving you charges to teleport to any library in the game. I was even thinking it would be cool to get a teleport to the Varrock Museum as well. There's so many different options. It doesn't have to be the library. It doesn't have to be the Varrock Museum idea. It could just have one teleport somewhere. It could have multiple. I don't really care. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'd love to hear it because I'm really undecided on that. But I think it would be cool to have a teleport option. And especially having like the Book of the Dead sort of thing going for it. You know, it could be a Book of the Dead as well. Although I'll be honest, eventually I would like it if we just never needed to use a Book of the Dead for thralls. What do you guys think? Is that too OP to, you know, not have that additional collection log or additional inventory slot? Marnie, which is he rank 1 or rank 2 at this point in collection log? While you're working on this, could you explore the possibility to have the collection log count show up on the player's high scores? Ooh, who replied to this? This. No, oh god, he got egoed by Husky. Shit. This is awesome. Husky. Yeah, now he has to like just make him. I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, yeah, I'm not against the whole possibility of collection log high scores. I think that's totally appropriate as long as it's just a number. You go to the old school high scores, click on a person, it shows their total collection log number. That's all it is. There's no waiting. There's no like, oh, he has 3rd H, so he should actually be rank 1 or whatever. Like, who the fuck cares? Don't say that. Just do the whole number, and I think that would be totally fine. Is anyone against that? Like, I understand that's also another thing. Like, oh, it's gonna feel like people want to get a higher rank in this, so it's gonna make them addicted to the completion logs, no longer collection logs, completion log now. But I don't know. We have high scores for like everything, so I don't see this as a bad thing at all. And I feel like it's so simple to just implement. Although probably it'll break the high scores for another few years again, like it did last time. Yeah, what are the odds of this app actually getting implemented in the game? Egoed again, or I love you, Marnie. I'm sorry. Yeah, so this is Rupert, the Rupert. So he's saying awesome work, great job, cool. And what are these ads? So, oh yeah, there's also the max. When are we ever going to get max cape variants? This is a good point. If we're adding these collection, well, we're just going to focus this discussion on the collection log stuff. But I'm a super advocate of the max cape variants, like the 2K TOB, 2K CMs, 2K TOA, 1K LMS, and Champions cape. I also want a Heroes cape. What do you guys think about a Heroes cape? Just a brand new set of monsters to kill at 1 in 5,000. Just so triggering. It's just such a pointless thing to do, but it's just like fun to cannon shit. Just get a scroll. Okay, so that looks good there. So this was day 1. Now I want to check out his day 2 because he did post a day 2. Oh, he says this as well about the bar. Currently, it's tracking progress towards threshold for filling the log. Placeholder values of 10% per rank. Action, some feedback from yesterday, making it not go to full log completion. So that filling the bar is more realistic. See, this is where it just gets kind of like weird. You know what I mean? Like, I understand that this is a better way to go about it, like to just make it so, you know, you can actually fill it once you've achieved dragon rank, and you don't have to go any further, technically. But still, that doesn't feel right. Like that feels weird. And I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that, because look, this is the difference. His last one was it shows every single thing. So the dragon is right here. So as soon as you would have completed dragon, it still doesn't seem like you're done, which is, you know, kind of weird. So that is one of the perks, I will say, when I was asking for arguments for this thing. One of the perks is that achieving the highest rank is always just going to be at a certain threshold. Although I'm still totally with my thoughts on just having to go up by 100 every single time. Not the staffs, just the books, and just have it go up by 100. So I understand what he's doing here, but now this bar just seems weird, because imagine you actually do have dragon rank permanently. Are you just always going to be camped at, you know, that thing just forever? I don't know. So here's his Game Jam day 2. Slow day today. Had other things to look into. Some questions I had from yesterday's feedback. Should the bar be at the top or the bottom? It should definitely be at the top. If they're adding the bar, it should be at the top. Should there be a cosmetic rewards for partially filling the log? So everything should be cosmetic. That's my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think. And TDS says, I think layout like this is great. Cosmetic rewards seem fine. I'd say percentage based like CA. Just don't have one at the 100% mark. Highest rank being like 10% off full log seems fine. See, I don't know. I just, like, I understand if we were going down this route, guaranteed, there's no changing it. That sounds fine. I just really am kind of, I just like the idea of maybe not even having this collection log bar at all, and just having it so every 100 collection logs you get a new upgrade. Let me also say as well, like, I don't know. I feel like it really does feel better to get a new cosmetic book thing wielded every single 100. And I'm talking for like mid and early game players. Like, just getting that new 100 threshold is naturally just clean. I feel like just humans like the 100, the 200, the 300 is just cleaner across the board. It's never going to get devalued. So if you don't log in for a few months, it's not like you're back down to the lower book again. And the fact that there's only 7 upgrades total means you're literally going to be camped at a certain book for like months or years, basically, for the average player. It's just like you're not going to get that dopamine hit as much. And honestly, the whole cosmetic reward should literally just be the book that gets upgraded every 100. and there's no additional perks at all. I don't think that's appropriate. And yeah, so I just feel, and so what I was also saying is like the bar could be eliminated if we do go down the 100, because nobody wants to see, 16 different little lines that were like you're getting every single thing. I think what would be cooler is to just show your book that you did get. So let's just say you're at like 400 collection logs. It shows your book, and then it shows a meter of how far away you are from the next book, and it shows what the next book's going to look like. So it's just very, very simple. Obviously, this is just, it's almost unnecessary because we already know that the next book literally just takes 100. But at least you can see some sort of bar that's showing that. And maybe there could even be some sort of optimization. So you click on like a 3-dot thing up in the corner and you say, I want to actually get to this book. So make the meter show how many collections I need to get to this next book, or like the very end book. So then it shows, it changes how the meter actually looks overall. So you're aiming for a certain goal that you've chosen. So I don't know. I don't even think a meter's necessary, but I don't know. It'd be kind of cool. And I just feel like it'd be cool to actually see the book and then show the progress of the next book that you want. So again, just spitballing ideas. Marnie says, I'm not sure if a progression bar would be the right asset for this, as we all know log isn't completable. I like the idea of the tiers based on percentage completion that increases whenever new slots come out. Giving the 5 tabs a green color on full completion is fine. I'm a madman and suggest no cosmetics. Players get too focused on the rewards and do the content for the flex, not because they enjoy it. Future updates are then designed to appease folks who weren't interested in it in the first place. Green bar personal achievement is enough. Yeah, I definitely understand that. Although when the reward is purely cosmetic, it's not that big of a deal. I think it just becomes a big deal when all of a sudden there's actual perks. So if a max cape had always just been a max cape with no additional perks, there wouldn't be that insane drive for every fucking player to be like, I need to get a max cape before I PVM, just like, I'm talking the neats out there. Not every player is going for a max cape, but like people that take this game really seriously, like they want to get their max cape and then they want to PVM because the max cape just feels almost like essential to getting that. And if a max cape had just never had any additional perks or anything, you wouldn't feel that like super desire to go get one. So I think the perks are the things that's kind of affecting it. Oh my God. So sexy. So yeah, that's kind of my overall thoughts. I'll probably make like a round 2 of this after I cover some of your guys' comments. So let me know if there's anything that you want me to address. And obviously I'm going to be keeping up to date with Husky's like optimizations and stuff. But I did want to make this video, and if he checks it out, these are just my own thoughts. So if you guys leave thoughts down below, like even if you potentially agree with me or disagree with me, just leave it all down below so Husky gets more feedback, because he's literally just listening to people on Twitter right now, maybe some people on Reddit potentially. So anyway, I'll have Husky's Twitter linked, so go down in the description as well. You can follow him and keep up to date there. And yeah, guys, thank you all for listening. Drop a like if you enjoyed it, and be sure to subscribe. I appreciate it greatly. If you guys want to support me as a creator, also there is a channel membership link down there and a Patreon link. Both support me equally, and I greatly appreciate it. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.